What's up, world? I'm Jason. Stay focused. That's how you do it. Yes, another vid. I think it's my 7th one. So 7 is completion. I'm out here scrapping today along the Maumee River downtown. I'm about a few miles from my house. Anywho, at the end I'm gonna show you my what I invested in to get this dope shot. But I got an awesome message for you today. So, hey, whatever you're going through today, around the world, wherever you're at, stay tuned, all right? It's really gonna bless your spirit. So, and shout out to those that I've been watching. I've been following a couple YouTubers, man. Dope advice, thank you so much. At 51, I got a lot of pokers in the fire right now to make money. I go out here along the rivers and railroad tracks to find old metal, old artifacts that are worth something, and I turn them in. So I did tell my story a little bit the other day. I was self-employed for 13 years, back in 23 for about 13 years. So this is what I'm doing right now. Just started YouTube. I want to become that motivational speaker, encourage people, eventually get my own podcast going, and just really reach out and edify people for the Lord. And wherever you're at in the world, man, hey, what's up? Stay focused. That's how you do it. So I'll show you a little bit what I'm doing, what I've grabbed so far. It's a little hike back to my truck. So once I drop that off, when I get past the camera, I'm gonna give you a little message. All right, check this out. It's pretty heavy. It's iron steel. So I go a few feet and I drop it off so I can, because it gets heavy. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Had to bring a bag to get these heavy pieces, but that's how you do it. Stay focused. It's what you gotta do sometimes to get where you need to go. All right, so they said start where you're at. All right, well, I forgot my duct tape. I was gonna make my own little stick, you know, whatever the things are called, selfie sticks. I was gonna make it out of bamboo, make a little stand. Duct tape works for everything. So shout out to duct tape. Hey, and shout out to Skechers. Yeah, very comfortable, by the way, for hiking and getting out there, man. I'm telling you, man, I've been rocking these for years. Good support, by the way. Love it. Paid 75 bucks. Not bad, huh? So, yeah, I love hiking, love climbing mountains, all in all. But I am gonna surprise you at the end of the message how I created my stand for this dope shot. So it's kind of like on a 90, I guess. But anywho, let's get this. Hold on there. A little bit warm, so I took off my hat and my hoodie. I've been wearing actually a hoodie and a hat for a minute. It's in Ohio. Ohio's the craziest weather in the United States, by the way. I don't know if you ever know, Google it. But out of all the states, Ohio is like 1 minute 77 like 4 or 5 days ago, then it's 28 degrees, and then it's literally a roller coaster. All right. Now, the message I have today, very powerful, by the way. People call them deja vu, divine coincidence, but living long enough, I know that God directs our steps. He says in Psalms, the Lord orders our steps upright. And a man may plan his ways, but it's the Lord's will that really perfects the end of something. So sometimes our ways, I know from experience, my ways have almost led to death plenty of times, because I was like, you know, my pride and my ego, I was like, yeah, I got this. And the Lord, he knows how to humble for real. So anywho, check this out real quick. Part of a washer machine. Somebody was camping a couple of years ago, built by a fire by the river, but scrap metal. Hey, I'm back again. Hey, learn how to edit, so, or pause, whatever you call it. So yesterday, I love the story of Abraham. Yes, in the Old Testament. And one thing about Abraham, not only was a man of God, but he was a friend of God. And before the law, before grace, before there was any, you know, Abraham had a conscience. And one day he's cruising along, right? Abraham's cruising along like I am, and I think he just looked up at a body of water. I mean, looked out and seen a body of water, ducks, you know, deer, wherever he was at. And then he looked up at the sky during the day, and he looked at the sun. And deep inside him, which God put in all of us, not only a conscience. Sorry about the sunshine. Someone said yesterday, someone I know personal, I let them critique my video. And they said, you know, other than the sun blurring you out and a little bit of wind, so there ain't no wind and there is sunshine. So I'm gonna sit down for a sec. How's the lighting? Anywho, hey, look at this. Free seat. There's so much free stuff. Thousands of years. Imagine what they use, by the way. And hey, man, I need to buy this, perfect that. So, man, hey, I could live off the grid. So Abraham was walking, though, and he looked up, and he realized there is a God. And he was like, and then God said, well, you know what, Abraham? I'm going to put my righteousness in you just for believing in me. Now think about that. Look it up in the Old Testament. It mentioned it in 1 Peter today. Abraham believed God and it was accredited. So it's not by works. It's not by the law. It's by faith. But at the same time, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, right? And Abraham was walking around. He goes, you know what? I believe, you know, someone made this, someone, you're like, wow, he's looking at creation. And he was like, and God was like, I'll put my righteousness in you. It was accredited, like downloaded in him. And all his shortcomings and everything, he was still made righteous. Ain't that a trip? That is a trip. So, anywho, get to where I'm going. So I was contemplating on that, because sometimes I encourage, like sometimes Abraham, he says he went not knowing, but he was like, you know what, God, you know, Salem's Lot, you know, I guess God throws the dice wherever they land. He guides us. So we think we know where we're going. And then yesterday, I was pondering about that scripture about Abraham. And then this morning, got out of the bathtub, getting ready for this day, soaking my bones. Got up, took a bath. When I was get out, I go to my room. I always leave it on an old school, like 1920s, 40s, old Christian station. And it was down low, like I usually keep it up, so I'm like, it was really down. I turned it up, and he was saying, and Abraham believed God, and it was accredited to him righteousness, and he not knowing where he going. He was just, and I was like, and I got chills all over my body. It was coming out of the radio, and I was just thinking that earlier, this morning, and then I just happened to turn up at the right time, sweet, and then I go to my kitchen devotion. And you already know, and there it was in 1 Peter 2. Abraham believed God, and it was accredited to him as righteousness. And Abraham went not knowing. And I wrote it down, and I've had that devotion for probably 17 years. And I always write God's faithfulness and divine timing. And so I did wake up tremendous peace. When I woke up, I just had a stillness. You know, I'm a man of prayer. I love praying. You know, if you don't have a prayer life, wherever you're at, I encourage you. You could read, you could get, you know, help from others and ministers and this and that. But if praying to me is just like talking to a good friend, talking to my wife, you know, or someone I need to. And God is our friend. Abraham said he was a friend of God. And just like I'm talking to you, you're my friend, you know, like-minded, kindred spirit, spirit-bearing witness. So I hope this message really edifies your spirit, because I've been called to build up. In Romans 12, some have the gift of edification, to build up, to encourage, and I love that. Also, the gift of compassion God put on me since I was 5. As far as I remember, I got so many stories I want to share. So I do care. I do care. And thank you for those YouTube followers that I've been following. I mean, a couple YouTubers, and this one I found recent. Like, shout out to you, bro. You're dope. Every time I put them on, like I've been thinking that. So it's just awesome that there's a community out there. I want to get engaged. Again, I just started 2 weeks ago uploading shorts. I've had a couple negative. I'm good with sarcasm and click clacks and comebacks. Also, I'm a rapper from the West Coast. So at f2y, don't challenge me. I grew up in the late 80s, so I love hip hop. All my family hillbillies, but like when I first heard Dr. Dre and all them old school and Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, like I fell in love with beat, really. It was the beat. And my family used to trip on me because they were all country and old school, the Led Zeppelin. Like I just naturally, you know, fell in love with the beats. And I out of every genre, hip hop is #1 for me. And I know how to rap. So you want to battle? Hey. Anywho, being goofy, by the way, but hey, being myself, and that's another thing, being authentic. I was doing so many cuts. I was uploading on Facebook off and on for 2 to 3 years here and there, just encouraging people. But now, I'm still learning YouTube Studio. People leave comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, give me some encouragement. I'm old school, but hey, I'm a learner. I love learning. I love history. I love real stories, and I love real books, real true story telling. And check this out. Like, come on, man, this is life. Look at the train, the ducks, me, the fish, the smell. I mean, you can't Google this. I mean, you can, but living in the now. That's a dope book to get, by the way. Living in the Now. Learn how to live. Living in the Now. I'm still reading it. So, anywho. Yes, Abraham went not knowing, and Abraham believed. Man, when you believe God, you just look up. You know, you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. It's going to dry up. It's going to like, oh, Lord, this is impossible. But I am a man that has seen many miracles. I am a miracle. This is a miracle just sitting here, breathing, and be able to see and to hear. And I think about all those. My heart goes out to so many people. I always get passion for humankind and those less fortunate. And I don't even like saying less fortunate. Like, that's not cool, labeling or this or that. I mean, where did we get these words? They're people. You're born. This is the way, I guess, you know. Like Tupac, only God can judge me, only God. So anyway, hey, yes, by faith, Abraham. Think about Isaac, right? You know, and his son, and he walked up, and his son said, "Dad, where are we going?" He says, "You know, we're going to, you know, boom, boom, boom." Okay, and imagine that, you know, man, that's a deep story. Him and his son, and he said, "God will provide." And just at that last moment, and he lifted up, and there was a ram caught in a thicket, just like this, caught in a thicket. What faith? Faith is a mustard faith, just always a knowing. So, hey, this video is almost 15 minutes long, but it is what it is. And again, hope you're blessed by hearing this. Keep your head up, excuse me. Stay focused, all right? Don't pause. Well, you know, I'm getting a little older, I gotta remember. So let's say, hey, I'm Jason, stay focused. That's how you do it. Stay tuned. subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, downtown Judy Brown. Hey, I'll see you here in a while. Lord willing, I'll be back and talk to you more. All right.